facing Shohei Ohtani.
Well, and he admits he would love to win his first career Cy Young to go along with those 4 MVPs. He can take another step toward that tonight. Dodgers and Marlins. Let's send it upstairs to Steven Nelson and Jessica Mendoza. Steven, take it away.
Thank you, John. Pleasant good evening, everybody. The Dodgers have won 3 in a row and 11 of 13 against Miami. And that last victory was a heck of a lot of fun. Layout. Bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-1. Tucker with a base hit into center field. Rushing scores. Here comes Ohtani. And Kyle Tucker has his moment. A walk-off winner. That's the way to kick off a series with Jessica Mendoza. I'm Steven Nelson up in the booth. Kirsten Watson down on the field. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching, it's a privilege to join you from Blue Heaven on Earth. And Jess, a second walk-off victory for the Dodgers, their 11th comeback win of the season.
And the second all in baseball. And it's kind of how the Dodgers roll. It's just the confidence that they have. You felt it all game long. They score early in that game. They get behind. But you knew, especially in the ninth, the bottom of the order, getting a couple walks. Ohtani with the big double. And, of course, Kyle Tucker having that moment.
And now tonight, a chance to clinch this 3-game series, and it's an Ohtani bump day.
Yeah, Shohei Ohtani, I mean, just looking at the numbers, first 4 starts of the season, it's been absolutely remarkable. He set the goal. He made it very clear. He wants to win a Cy Young in 2026. Tell you what, case in point, has been watching his first 4 starts and the movement, the stuff, the command, everything that he's done doing the fastball, the sweeper especially, those 2 pitches off of each other, but he is absolutely locked in, hoping to continue that against the Marlins.
He's been dominant going back to last year when he returned to the mound off that injury. And for the second time in 3 starts, Ohtani will not be in the starting lineup as the DH. So the lineup looks a lot different, Kirsten Watson.
Yeah, it does, Steven. So today we're going to be seeing Dalton Rushing, who I think we should be calling Crushing Rushing, is going to be batting leadoff. Dave Roberts says it's for a couple of reasons. First, with Dalton, he's been excellent to start this year. He's batting .385. He's got 7 home runs already on this season. And Dave said that they feel like he's in a really good spot and confident enough to really step in and be effective batting leadoff this evening. The other reason deals with Shohei Ohtani. For Shohei, this team, they're on the back end of 13 games straight with Shohei. They want him to be mindful of just managing his 2-way responsibilities. So today, Dave said he just wants him to focus on the pitching side of the game. He should be back in tomorrow with a 12 o'clock start as the DH. And Dave did say because they're looking at the long game for him, they want him to be healthy throughout all of this season and making every start. This is something we could be seeing at different times if the situation makes sense, guys.
Yeah, you're right, Curious. This is game number 12 of that stretch of 13 in a row. And it's women's night here at Dodger Stadium. So come on in and cue Shaka Khan. We got first pitch coming up next on SportsNet LA.
It is women's night here at Dodger Stadium, and that's Jordan Childs, the Olympic gymnast, just a bit high over Alex Call's head. But still a fun moment here ahead of tonight's game between the Dodgers and the Marlins. Now we're going to see a different leadoff hitter for the Dodgers in this game tonight. Dalton Rushing filling in for Shohei as the DH and the leadoff hitter. Nomar, maybe not your typical leadoff guy. What do you like about Rushing being at the top?
Well, what I like about him is that he has more home runs per at-bat than Shohei Ohtani, so that's the reason why he's there at the top. So, no, listen, he's been swinging the bat great, obviously, and so he's getting some opportunities to DH, and rightly so.
Hopefully he goes 4 for 4 with like 3 bombs, and then he could say, hey, we want the exact same lineup tomorrow. Dalton, keep doing your thing, man.
Last time he filled in for Shohei as the DH when Shohei was pitching, all he did was hit a grand slam. So maybe more of that tonight. We've got first pitch with Steven and Jessica on the call coming up next.
Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Carl's Jr.'s new Western Bacon Chicken Sandwich with freshly hand-breaded all-white meat and just $5.99 for a limited time. And by your Southern California Lexus dealer, which invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Dodgers and Marlins getting ready for game 2. Dodgers taking the field in the background as we flash it back to Shohei Ohtani's last start on the mound. It was Wednesday by the Bay. 6 shutout innings. He struck out 7 through just 91 pitches.
64 strikes, the efficiency.
No decision in that one as the Dodger bats were silent. As it's time now for Range Rover Sport, engineered to win. Jess, those numbers will play.
I mean, it's unbelievable, too. I mean, just the fact that .38, I get it, we're early. He's only had 4 starts. It doesn't matter. I mean, the way that he has gone about his business, that 141 opposing batting average, the whip, all of it, it's just, they're stupid numbers. And you look at the mission that Shohei Ohtani every season sets out to do, and it's always something that hasn't been done. And this season, something he's never done is win a Cy Young, and that is what he's after. 7-pitch mix is what he's going to try to do it with. Really keep your eye on that 4-seam and the sweeper. Both those play so well off each other, but the curve, split, sinker, slider, cutter. Yeah, a lot of zeros next to how teams are doing against those pitches.
StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. And the starting lineup that he'll be opposing just got changed. Apparently, Liam Hicks, who hit a 3-run home run last night off Yoshinobu Yamamoto, fell ill during pregame. He was originally slated to catch and bat 5th. So Agustin Ramirez, who was getting ready to DH, he now has to take over the catching duties and move up. Connor Norby draws in as the designated hitter. But the top of the lineup, the same as it was last night for Clayton McCullough, Marcy, Stowers, and Lopez, the first 3. Xavier Edwards cleaning up. And then the bottom 3, Owen Casey in right field, Christopher Morel making his season debut, and Graham Pauley, the former Padre, at third base. 5th start for Shohei, pitching on 5 days rest for the first time this year, so something else to monitor in this one as well.
And it made sense. Originally, I think they had planned for him to go on 6 days rest tomorrow, but the night game followed by the noon game tomorrow. And Shohei Ohtani talked about it at length, not being in the lineup to kind of give him that extra rest and focus in on his number 1, and that's pitching.
Marlins center fielder number 87, Jacob Marcy.
So here we go. Ohtani's first pitch to Marcy. Ripped straight back. Strike 1. A strong night for Marcy at the plate yesterday. 2 for 3 with a double. Also walked twice. Season average 191, but it was below $150 just 6 games ago. Strike 2 popped back out of play.
Well, already something we didn't see a whole lot last night. 0-2 counts, getting ahead in the count. Ohtani immediately attacking Marcy. I mean, he had those couple walks you mentioned, but every at bat he was ahead in the count. Very patient.
Worked a 9-pitch leadoff walk against Yamamoto last night. Ohtani's 0-2. Tipped in and out of the glove of Dalton Rushing. So nearly strike 3, but an extra life for Marcy. That was on a splitter. And of the 12 hits Ohtani has allowed so far this year, 5 have been against the splitter.
Throw that one 12% of the time, which is actually 3 times more than he threw last year. He did not throw that pitch as much.
1-2 called ball 2, and Will Smith will issue the first ABS challenge. Powered by T-Mobile. First batter of the game. A successful challenge for Smith and a strikeout for Ohtani. That is Will Smith's 20th successful challenge in 29 attempts. So 1 down, 6 to go to get 7 strikeouts and get you a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow in Los Angeles. Kyle Stowers, ground strike 1 foul of first. Didn't chase the curve, a ball and a strike.
Just so many options for Shohei with the 7-pitch mix, breaking balls, the sweeper, the slider, and the curveball.
Rocks into the windup and gets another roller foul for another strike.
That's what's been so impressive is that fastball location in on the lefties. I mean, there's so many ways you can go with Shohei, but him being able to pitch that pitch dotted, and he's consistently done that to left-handed batters, which just gets in your head. See Stowers take a moment, call timeout.
Called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Ohtani.
And both coming on the splitter, both times looking on the pitch. We've talked about how he's struggled with this one. This isn't where he wants to place it, but the splitter, both of them up in the zone. It kind of freezes both batters. Saw Marcy take it, now Stowers as well. Back-to-back Ks for Ohtani.
You saw Shohei after that last pitch go to the back of the mound, stretching out his neck a little bit. He welcomes Otto Lopez to the plate, gets strike 1.
Yeah, that splitter, when we see it working well, it's at the knees or below. We've seen him throw it already a few times, a pitch that he's definitely working on. I mean, when you're close to perfect as he has been, it's a pretty high standard.
Ground ball third base side, and it's between Muncy and the line toward the corner. Otto Lopez has a 2-out double standing up. And now the ball bounces away, but Lopez is not going to try and scamper for third.
Otto Lopez, been one of the hotter hitters in the National League and on this team, and just honestly gets around a sweeper off the end of the bat, but finds that spot down the line.
Go from one hot Marlin to another, Xavier Edwards.
Umpire got in the way. Yeah, off his foot.
No harm, no foul. First pitch to Edwards. Jammed him in the air. Shallow left center. Long run for Teoscar, but he makes it. That hung in the air for a long time. Had a parachute on it. And the Dodgers needed that parachute. A scoreless top of the first for Ohtani.
I'm going to mess with this lineup. I want to keep it the way it is. Plug in Dalton Rushing, who's been so good right there at the top. And hey, that's the DH spot.
Working on a win presented by the Home Depot. First 13 games for Dalton Rushing in 39 ABs. He's batting .385, slugging .974.
Over 1,400 OPS.
First pitch, ground ball up the middle, waiting on it though. There's the shortstop Lopez, but the throw is wide toward his own dugout, and Rushing heads to second.
Gosh, you know, it's crazy. Otto Lopez literally could not have been positioned more perfect. This is a base hit up the middle, but because of the positioning, he's right there. He's got all the time in the world, Steven. See all the time he's got, kind of takes his time, and then just does not get his arm into a position to throw it to first base. Went to that 3/4 slot and just E6.
So right away, a Dodger in scoring position. Now Freddie Freeman on the second pitch of the game bounces a ball to his counterpart Morel. The first out recorded on behalf of Jansen Junk, which is an excellent name for a pitcher. A right-hander, 30 years old, from Washington, making his 6th start of the year, and he's doing so against a former Angel teammate in Shohei Ohtani, but he has really turned things around with his career in Miami.
Yeah, the biggest point that he's tried to make is he's not going for the swing and miss, not going to be overpowering, more pitch to contact. Does limit the runs.
Will Smith, broken bat, it's short. Lopez can't handle it cleanly, and the throw is late. The infield was in for Miami. And Otto Lopez is having an adventurous bottom of the first.
Surprised he even threw this. I mean, once he had bobbled it, it wasn't going to come up cleanly with this.
Ooh.
Big hop off his elbow. But then it comes down and he throws it over to first. So Morel have to be a catcher
Kyle Tucker.
Scored a hit for Smith. Dodgers on the corners, 1 out for last night's hero, Kyle Tucker. Ball 1 low and away. I mean, there's been a lot going on for 4 pitches thrown so far by Jansen Junk.
Talked about it. This is what he does. He tries to miss barrels. Gets a lot of ground balls. He's doing that, but the defense not coming up behind him.
Performance Spotlight, sponsored by your Southern California Nissan dealers. For Kyle Tucker, it was his 4th career walk-off hit. First as the Dodger and first since 2023. It was a much-needed moment for the free agent slugger the Dodgers brought in. 2-1.
It's hard to really wrap your mind around the expectation, not only just to be a part of this team, a part of this offense, but you sign such a massive contract. You get into this lineup and you just put more pressure than I'm sure he's ever put on himself. So to have that moment last night was big.
Ahead 3-1.
There's always going to be mechanical things with Kyle Tucker because he has that aggressive swing. But I think the mental part of it, and you saw it, he was in the 2-hole and moving him down to the cleanup spot.
Upstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for the Dodgers in this first. Table set and full for Max Muncy, who's got it work in the last 8 games, and OPS near 1,400.
Go last 8 games, last 10 games. I mean, Max Muncy just keeps swinging that hot bat. It's been the pop, the power, the extra base hits, the home runs.
Junk's first pitch pops Muncy up on the infield. Max spikes the bat in frustration. That's a big second out for Jansen Junk. The old Dave Roberts adage, move the ball forward. Muncy couldn't do it. So it'll be up to Teoscar Hernandez. And just not too dissimilar situation for Teo tonight as he had last night in the first inning. It was 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. And he drove in the first 2 runs of the game. Now he's got the bases loaded in 2 outs. Strike 1 from Junk.
The biggest thing with Teoscar is getting that pitch that he can drive in the zone, not chasing anywhere outside the zone. That's a great take. We saw that in that first at bat, first inning. The 2 RBI single was just the 2 takes he had on pitches that he might normally chase. Being patient.
On a 1-1. Hernandez fouls back, strike 2. Bases loaded for the Dodgers in the first. No score just yet. There are 2 out. Ball and 2 strikes. Here comes Junk. Teo bounces the ball to short. Lopez goes the short route, just in time to get Tucker.
That was close.
That was really close at second base. We'll see if the Dodgers want to challenge. Play on. So the Dodgers squander an opportunity. Bases loaded, 1 out. Can't get anybody home. Ohtani back to work when we come back.
All right, Dodger fans, it's time to play legendary trivia presented by Leading off the second, number 50.
Getting ready for the top of the second. An interesting way to end the first.
Yeah, Otto Lopez, we saw him struggle throwing over to first base. This was such a close play, and I think they maybe ended up getting him too close to me. But the fact that Otto Lopez did not go to first, keep an eye on him. He's already had 2 errant throws over to first base. And they're just trying to get it to second and lob it. almost gave the Dodgers a run. I still thought he was safe. I think it was just too close for them to look at.
Uh-oh. That hit Ramirez or to hit the bat, and the way Ramirez is acting, or responding, I should say, that definitely got him. Remember, it was supposed to be Liam Hicks catching and batting fifth, but the word was that Hicks fell ill during warm-ups, and so Ramirez, who was slated to be the DH, he's now behind the dish, and now he gets hit.
His catching hand.
Oh.
It's up in the wrist. We've seen so many of these injuries, broken bones.
Yeah, that split second afterwards, because his hands came up, I was like, oh, maybe to hit the nub of the bat. But then when he went down, it's like, okay, that is not how you react if it hits the bat. Ramirez, a slow and painful walk down to second base.
Something to look for, though. I mean, he's got to get a glove on that hand, try to catch. He's having a hard time
Designated
moving
hitter
it.
number 1, Connor Norby.
David DeFreddy to put a smile on your face after you just get hit on your
nailed,
wrist.
You're almost crying.
Yeah.
Freddie gets down there and you're laughing because he's making you feel good.
Now Ramirez running for second, and Ohtani throws it into center field. Pages going to throw to third, and Ohtani not backing up the throw. He's late getting over. So Ramirez on third in a blink.
Caught Shohei kind of off guard. He had so much time to get him out. It was kind of an interesting move for Ramirez because it wasn't like he just got caught. He just was going.
So a couple lapses in focus on one play for Shohei Ohtani. Dodger infield comes in. No outs in the second. Ball one on Connor Norby. So it's a stolen base for Agustin Ramirez, his third stolen base of the year, and then E1 on Shohei. Wave and a miss. Ball and a strike. Pops the mitt with a fastball at 99 to jump ahead 1-2. Got him. He has been using that fastball a lot more the last few starts, Jess, and with the results he's been getting, it's easy to understand why.
Usage has gone way up. Batting average way down. This pitch 36% of the time last year, 53% now, and it's the command to the glove side. That's where he's done such a great job, specifically with the four-seam fastball.
3 strikeouts down, 4 away from 7 and free Jumbo Jacks tomorrow after you buy a large drink. Curve slips outside, ball 1 on Owen Casey. Infield remains in for the Dodgers. Ramirez remains on third. Casey slashes it foul. Strikeout potential in the batter's box, said with respect to Casey's talent. Been a top prospect for a long time, now getting his first major league runway. 1-2.
100 miles an hour, cranking it up. See it start at 96, 97 in the first inning. Now I think that error really got under his skin.
Casey flips it to left center field. Pages makes the catch. Ramirez is running home. The throw is off the mark, and it ricochets off Ramirez, and Miami jumps ahead.
rare to see anyone run on Andy Paez, and for good measure, we've seen him throw out so many runners. The difference in this isn't the velocity, it's the fact that it's so far up the line. If this is on target at home, he's got him. But watch how far this comes up the line towards the runner, ends up kicking off Ramirez. I'll tell you what, how about Ramirez? He gets hit, steals second, Air gets the third, and tags up on Paez. He's got some guts tonight.
So 1-0 Marlins, 2 outs, and the bases now clear in the second. In the 8th spot with Christopher Morel. First game of the year for Morel. Signed as a free agent in the offseason. Strained his left oblique during batting practice on opening day. He's been on the IL for a while. Just came back from a rehab assignment. Ball and 2 strikes against him. On the ground to second. Handled by Freeland. And that ends the inning. But the Marlins get their first run across against Ohtani. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Dodgers find themselves trailing 1-0, bottom of the second, bottom of the order, starting with Andy Paez. Cues the first pitch foul. Well, what a change, Jess. The Dodgers had the bases loaded, 1 out in the first inning, could not push a run across. And then the Marlins get a run in the second without a hit.
Yeah, the way that they were able to do it, similar too. Both had an error in the inning, less than 2 with a runner at third. Multiple ways to get a run home. Ramirez is kind of cracking me up. You know, catcher not even supposed to catch in this game, gets hit by a pitch, looks like he's in massive pain. Steals second, sneaks home to third.
Three straight foul balls off the bat of Andy Paez. Now, at first blush, you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's got to be really difficult for Agustin Ramirez to find out maybe 5 minutes before first pitch that you're moving from DH to catcher. That stress alleviated by the fact that the Marlins are one of those teams that are calling pitches from the dugout. So in terms of the pregame homework and studying that you're trying to do, the scouting reports, you can exhale a little bit. That's Junk's first strikeout of the game, 1 out for the Dodgers in the second. One 1-0 for Ha-Seong Kim. Kim coming off a couple of hitless starts, trying to get back on the ledger. This one hangs up for Marcy in center. 2 out.
Contact on that. We've seen a couple hard outs from Kim in this series. We've seen the ball really big. Talked about it too. I mean, Junk is going to give you pitches that you can hit. It's just a matter of being able to find the spots. And one of the biggest things for Junk too is he's got a high zone percentage because he's got a low chase, so he's going to give you a lot of strikes.
Strike 1 to Alex Freeland. Dodger second baseman has done a lot of his damage before 2 strikes in the count, trying to get aggressive early. Lashes a slider foul, and it's 0-2. A little late on the fastball. He stays alive, though.
Saw back-to-back breaking balls, the slider and the sweeper, and that's a big thing for, of course, Jansen Junk. He's going to rely a lot on his junk. He likes his breaking balls. There's just 133 against the sweeper and the slider, and 320 against everything else. So it's all about how he sets up those pitches.
Another 0-2. At strike 3. Frozen with a fastball. Bookending K's in a 1-2-3 second. A shutdown second for Junk.
This sweet tote bag, and it's clear you can bring it in the stadium, be one of the first 40,000 fans on Mama's Day, Sunday, May 10th, to score your exclusive clear tote bag. More information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Ohtani's first pitch of the third is a strike to Graham Pauley, facing 9-1-2 for the Marlins this inning. Dodgers down 1-0. Roll to the right side. Routine first out. Now the one run scored by Miami is actually carded as unearned against Ohtani, even though it was his error. Yeah.
I was thinking about that when it came in. I was like, does it count though if it's your error? But no, any error, it's not earned. It's also just the fact that there was nothing hard hit at all that inning. It's kind of a weird.
And except for Ramirez's wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Ball 1 on Jacob Marcy. The lineup turns over. The center fielder struck out in the first.
Struck out looking on the splitter. Back to back on that pitch. In fact, the last ground out on the splitter. Definitely you can tell it's a pitch that Ohtani is working on.
Fastball in there, 2-1. You just see the steely look,
yeah,
the determination. Two and two.
It's almost like he's upset. I mean, that's how the look looks, and I'm sure he is upset with himself after the second inning. But you know, it's his expectation he has for himself.
Strike 3. Marcy down for a second time. That's 4 Ks already for Shohei.
And again on the splitter. I mean, he is dialed in, and you see him shaking off Will Smith a couple times. He has a clear plan of what he wants to do. And right now, going back to that splitter. Now Marcy, back-to-back Ks on the same pitch.
Kyle Stowers goes flailing at a curve. Strike 1. Like Marcy, a strikeout victim, his first trip up.
It's interesting, too. It's like the two faces of Ohtani. As a pitcher versus a hitter. Or just him in the dugout, right? Like the joyful, just kind of joking around, playing pranks, having fun. When he's hitting, you'll see a lot more expressions. He is dialed in as a pitcher.
1-2.
It seems even more this year.
A strike away from finishing the third. That's 3. Just blew it by him at 99. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Discover the complete Ford lineup, rugged, stylish, and powerful trucks and SUVs engineered for your adventures. Ball 1 to Dalton Rushing, leading off the bottom of the third. The Dodgers chasing a run early against Miami. Dalton Rushing in the leadoff spot in place of Shohei Ohtani, getting a night off from hitting on his start day. Second time last 3 starts for Shohei. Ground ball right side. The glove flip at second from Edwards to get the out. Nicely done.
It felt like off the bat because it was so softly hit. Rushing, getting down the line, that this was going to be a hit. He was going to be able to beat this out. Said Edwards does a great job. The only option there is keep it in the glove and flip it over. Something that is not easy to do and execute, and he does there.
The Dodgers have just one hit against Jansen Junk so far. It was an infield single from Will Smith. Strike one to Freddie Freeman. And another 0-2.
Back-to-back changeups.
You highlighted Junk and his breaking ball combination. Does he go to one here in the 0-2? No, he tries to go fastball, misses upstairs. Freeman was 1 for 3 in the opener last night, walked a couple of times and scored a run. On a 1-2 pitch, Freeman bounces one to first again. Morel needs no help.
It's impressive Freddie Freeman even made contact with this pitch. I mean, that was a breaking ball that was hitting the ground. I know it's not what Freddie wanted, but
Number 16.
not many hitters can actually make contact here. This is a strikeout if you swing at this for any other regular hitter. I mean, that thing is down.
How's your cricket swing? Almost. 2 outs, bases empty. Will Smith takes a ball. Even though that hit was a broken bat infield single, the way Smith's results have been lately, he's not going to complain about it. He entered tonight 2 for his last 23 at the plate. Junk's 1-1. Smith is now 2 for 2. Just fillets one out into left field.
Yeah, that's the smile. It's seeing first base, and this is how you work through it, right? This is a sweeper. It's moving away. I mean, this is a tough pitcher's pitch, and watch him just kind of stay enough through it. It's off the end of the bat, only 79 miles an hour, but the placement couldn't be more perfect. That's how you get it done, Will Smith. You get a smile on your face. It's starting to come around.
So the inning continues with Kyle Tucker. Dodgers down a run, tying run aboard in the 3rd. Curveball buried in the dirt.
He took a first pitch. That's
How
what
about
happens
that?
when you get a walk-off and get the job done. You're like, I don't have to swing at that pitch anymore.
Ended last night with a 2-run single with 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. His first ribbies in 8 games for Kyle Tucker. We have yet to see a hit against a fastball tonight off Ohtani or Junk.
That's crazy.
Ramirez will have to wear another one. Fouled by Tucker. A ball and a
just
strike.
like, I wasn't even supposed to start back here in this game. I got hit in the hand, now off my leg. Of course, he scored the only run for the Marlins. He's going to have some black and blue marks. The starting catcher Liam Hicks watches this game.
Ball and a strike. Tucker checks his swing but fouls away. On a 1-2. Junk misses down and in. You know, Tucker last night after that walk-off victory was telling Kirsten Watson and the media in the clubhouse that he kind of was confused about the score because the roar of the crowd was different when Dalton Rushing scored compared to when Ohtani came in as the winning run. Here comes the 2-2. Tucker bounces it foul. We'll do it again.
He thought they'd explode for Dalton Rushing, but not.
He thought he was. Wait, down? Did I not just win it?
Come on, everyone.
Yeah.
Ohtani's scoring. As soon as I hit that ball, he's coming around.
Now he's trying to bring Will Smith in here in the third. Junk's 2-2. Strike three swinging. And so Smith's 2 out base hits straight. It's still 1-0 Marlins. Shohei Ohtani had 37 pitches through his first 3 innings, giving up an unearned run. Dodgers trail starting the 4th.
One of the pitches have been working through 3 innings. The splitter, the 4-seam, and the slider. But look at the 4-seam. Even got a strikeout up out of the zone. 3 of the 5 Ks coming off of that splitter. A pitch that he's definitely working more on. 2 of those looking. The fastball you expect. I mean, that has been for sure one of his best pitches. Throwing in a lot more this year. We've seen the batting average against that pitch go down. It's hitting 100 miles an hour already tonight on that pitch.
Lopez in the air, right center field. Pages and Tucker on the warning track. It's Tucker's ball. 1 out.
Tell you what, though, the one who has been hitting Shohei is Otto Lopez. The only hit of the game for the Marlins. He had the double, and then that one he just misses. Up in the air for a long time.
So still no hits against fastballs. Hitters against Ohtani and Junk tonight are 0 for 11 with 5 Ks. It's the hard stuff.
I like it. We're always talking about secondary pitches. That's the primary pitch now. Pitchers just don't lean on their fastball as much. Not tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting that you bring up a good point about Lopez tonight against Shohei, and the double in the first and nearly hit one out here in the 4th. As shaky as he was with the glove in the first inning, that's as calm as he looks with the bat, as Edwards shoots one to left field, an opposite field single with 1 out.
There's that fastball hit. This one was 99 miles an hour, painted away. This is what Edwards does such a great job of. He's got a really flat swing. Just meets this one, pokes it in the left.
Now between Edwards, Lopez, and Liam Hicks, who's out with an illness tonight, the Marlins have 3 of the 11 best batting averages in the National League. None better than Edwards.
340 batting average. It's best in all of baseball.
1 on, 1 out, 1-0 Marlins. Agustin Ramirez. One and one.
There's so many things about Shohei you can dial in on, but every time I watch him pitch, to me, it's about the setup to the swing and miss. The sweeper away, we saw it was actually a strike, but then he comes inside with the fastball. 97 then looks like 103.
The 1-2. Foul back.
He's just so good at understanding what is next and not just honing in. You always hear pitchers, hey, it's all about the next pitch. But for Shohei, it's a grand puzzle of him understanding, shaking off Will Smith, knowing exactly what he wants to do.
Sweeper hooks outside, and the count squares up for Ramirez.
It's only the second 2-ball count for him this game.
What you're just talking about, Jess, reminds me of something Clayton McCullough said about Ohtani. McCullough, former Dodgers coach, was in the Dodgers organization for a decade, now in his second year as the manager for the Fish. 2-2 pitch, we'll have to wait. He throws over. And McCullough said that in that special year, which Ohtani became the first ever 50-50 player, McCullough was the first base coach, Ohtani would teach him some things pregame because of his lens of the game through a pitcher's eyes. Runner goes, Ramirez fouls back a fastball. Edwards will head back to first base and will reset. Clayton's like, look, I came prepared. I'd have information and video and stats. And then Ohtani would too. And I'd say, oh, I hadn't thought about it like that. Or that's an interesting piece. And then they kind of blend that information together. Part of that special bond that they have, which they still show, the helmet tap. Skips away from Smith, but Edwards holds at first base. Full count now for Ramirez. And so the cerebral nature of Shohei Ohtani is something that is evident certainly when he's starting, but he brings it to every day.
That's what I think is important to understand, is beyond the talent, right? Just being a student of the game, constantly learning.
Runner goes. The 8th pitch is ball 4, so the throw down to second is irrelevant. 2 on for Miami in the 4th.
A great at bat by Ramirez, though. I mean, Shohei gave him
Designated
everything.
hitter Connor Norby.
He throws, and he just fouled off all the strikes and finally got the first walk of the game.
So we've spent so much time talking about what pregame must have been like for Ramirez after Liam Hicks got sick. What about Connor Norby? Hey, you're off tonight. Wait, actually, no, just kidding. Get ready to face Shohei Ohtani. Ball 1 outside.
You're thinking your stars going, yeah, if I'm going to take any night off, how about the best ERA, best pitcher right now in all of baseball? Thank you. Oh, wait, no. Okay. 5 minutes before the game.
It goes from thank you to thank you, I think.
Already a strikeout for Norby. Fastball away.
A couple of breaking balls that weren't close from Ohtani, so it's 2-0 for Norby. Fly ball right center. Pages on the warning track at the wall. He's there with some room. Edwards will tag and go to third, but the second fly ball from Miami in this inning that just missed a homer.
Right fielder Owen Casey.
Felt like this was going to kind of continue to carry out. Andy Pages on his horse. And this is a great catch by him because it just keeps on carrying. See the fastball. In fact, Norby out of the box, and he's just watching it. Pages up against the wall.
First and third, 2 out. Owen Casey at the plate. Watching ball 1 as it's called, but Will Smith
And
taps the
a
helmet. ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile.
100 miles an hour at the knees. Both of them immediately went to their hat. They knew. Because they knew that one scene.
Yeah.
LA has 2 challenges remaining.
Never a doubt. 0-1. So Smith 2 for 2 tonight with challenges.
And then that. This is what I'm talking about. It's the setup, right? Dots the fastball. We just saw the location right at the knees at 100 miles an hour. And then you follow up with this breaking ball at the knees, but no chance. I mean, Casey sees it, but he still can't hit it.
Trying to strand 2 on the corners. The 0-2 to Casey. Bounced over Ohtani's head. Kim charging in. Throws on the run. In time. Nicely done by Haesung Kim to get Ohtani through the fourth unscathed.
Great speed. And the transition gets rid of this off the front foot. Freddie digs it out. Third out of the inning. Everyone gets a World Series trophy. Be one of the first 40,000 fans on May 11th and receive a 2025 World Champion Trophy replica presented by Budweiser. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions for more information. After that great play by Kim to get out of the inning, a cool exchange between Shohei and Haesung. I got you.
Saved a run, kept the Dodgers deficit at 1-0 as Max Muncy leads off the bottom of the fourth. Strike one from Junk. Muncy 0 for 1, popped out with the bases loaded and 1 out in the first inning. Dodgers missed an early opportunity. Got a couple of streaks going. Last 5 games with a hit. Last 8 games he's reached base safely. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. Muncy to right center. Marcy charging. Did he get it or did he trap it? He got it. The Dodgers might want to take another look. Dave Roberts had the hand up and said, wait just a minute.
Left fielder, Oscar Hernandez.
Play on.
This is a great hit, too, from Muncy. This pitch up in the zone, but an even better catch. Marcy. Watch this thing sink down and his body go with it. Ooh. Across his body, too. That is really tough catch to make, especially coming across like that.
Slider low to start Teoscar Hernandez. Ball and a strike. We're going to check in with Kirsten Watson.
Thanks, Stephen. Well, for Teoscar Hernandez, it's been a very special day at the ballpark because this afternoon the Dodgers hosted an inclusive youth baseball clinic welcoming students with autism from the Oxnard School District. And this offseason, actually, for Teo and his wife, their oldest son was diagnosed as being on the spectrum. So you'll notice whether it's just his hand guard, his elbow guard, Teoscar has been very adamant about just not only showing his support for the autistic community, but really showing support for his son. So his son hasn't been able to make it out to a game just because the school year is finishing up, but he wanted to make sure that when he looks on the TV and he sees his dad, he sees all of these puzzle pieces just for him, guys.
That's so special, Kirsten. Thank you so much. Teoscar Hernandez is just a special guy, and high in the air to right field. Shouldn't be a problem for Casey. It's not. 2 out.
He's so awesome with kids. I mean, I love watching Teo as a dad, yes, but watching him out at the clinic earlier today, I mean, he's always the guy that says yes. When it's involving kids, I mean, he's got the smile, right, that every kid just melts. They want to be around him. But I've seen him around my own kids. I mean, he just absolutely loves to be able to give back, pay it forward, but doing it with his own boys as well.
Ball on Andy Pages. Yeah, during batting practice, you know, most guys are kind of locking in. They take their 4 or 5 rounds or whatever it is, and then they get back in the clubhouse, get some food to get ready for the game. You know, there's always people, the BP passes on the warning track watching. And whenever anybody yells Teoscar Hernandez's names, most players, they kind of just keep doing their thing. Teo always acknowledges it.
Yep.
And even if he doesn't get to go up to them, meet them, take a picture, sign for everybody, just that small moment of looking, locking eyes and saying, hey,
I see you.
I see you. I appreciate you. You can't know what that means to fans.
He does, though. He gets it.
2 balls, 2 strikes for Pages. Bases empty and 2 down in the 4th. Miami continues to lead 1-0.
Right now he's replaying his at bat. In his head, I know he just missed that last one. Had a really good 2 RBI single to start things off yesterday.
Pages breaks his bat, flipped in the air to left field, calling for it Stowers, but he gives way to Marcy. Dodgers go down 1-2-3 in the 4th. Miami still on top. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy. Getting set for the 5th inning. Marlins 1, Dodgers 0. Not a lot of offensive action for either side. On one hand, yeah, Ohtani's on the mound. But for Marlins fans watching, a pleasant surprise watching Jansen Jung hold down this lineup even without Shohei in it.
Pitchers duel. Executing all their pitches, and Ohtani has been dialed in, frustrated after the 2nd inning.
Yeah, he's fallen behind Morel. 3 balls, no strikes. In that 2nd inning, Ohtani hit Ramirez with a pitch. Ramirez stole second. Ohtani saw it as he was running from first to second. His throw went into center field in air, put Ramirez on third. And then he scored on a sac fly. 4-pitch walk to begin the 5th.
Clearly frustrated. The splitter missed way wide left, and then the cutter there almost hitting Morel.
And that's a especially frustrating walk given Morel's hitter profile. He is a guy who swings at everything. Bounces back with a strike on Pauly. Graham Pauly made his major league debut against the Dodgers in the 2024 Seoul Series. He's with the Padres. 1-1. He's a pinch hitter in the 9th inning and struck out against Evan Phillips. And the Dodgers hope to get back healthy in the 2nd half of this season.
Pauly had that big 3-run home run on Sunday against the Giants. It was really their entire offense.
And that was the first home run that Landon Root has given up all year. It was to Graham Pauly. 3 balls and a strike. So 7 of the first 8 pitches in this inning have been balls from Ohtani. Skied high in the air, shallow right field. Freeland has the first out. Here's a word from Archer.
Fuel your game day with Archer Jerky and Meat Sticks. Find them at grocery and club stores near you.
Center fielder, number 87, Jacob Marcy.
Now the 3rd time through the order begins. Jacob Marcy jumps on the first pitch, flies it down the right field side. It hooks into the seats, foul for a strike.
Marcy swinging at the first pitch because he struck out twice against Ohtani. So he's like, I do not want to get to 2 strikes.
No.
Jumping all over that sweeper, just a little bit out front. It's been the splitter, though, that's gotten Marcy out both times.
Now bunts it down. Ohtani quickly off the mound to field and throw a strike to Freeman. 2 outs. Morel into scoring position.
A rare 1-out bunt. The big part of that for Marcy is just having a hard time seeing Ohtani. Ends up bunting the splitter instead of trying to hit it. Usually less than 2 outs, but to get to 2 outs, Kyle Stowers, it doesn't get a whole lot easier. 2 Ks for him as well.
Tips a splitter, strike 1. Base hit into right. Green light for Morel. An RBI single for Kyle Stowers, and the Marlins are now up 2-0. Trying so hard to hit that ball to center, he says.
That was the splitter. Gets around it, finds its way to the outfield. Only the 3rd hit that Ohtani has given up this season with a runner in scoring position.
Cal Lopez spun around with ball 1 inside. The leadoff walk. Those will kill you.
Remember, too, this is the first time this year he's pitched on 5 days rest for Ohtani. Been able to go to, obviously, with having 6 pitchers, give him more days. Not as sharp as we've seen him in the first 4 starts.
Two and one on Lopez. Only half the runs earned so far tonight, but both reached without having to hit the ball. Hit by a pitch and a walk. 2-1 to Lopez. On the ground, and Muncy can't handle it. Hops over him into left field. Stowers running for third. And the throw goes to second to keep Lopez on first. The Marlins trying to put together a 2-out rally here against Ohtani in the 5th.
Watch this hop. I mean, just bounces up over the glove of Muncy.
Second baseman number 9, Xavier Edwards.
Second hit of the night for Otto Lopez. It's also rare, by the way, to go first to third on a ball hit to left. It wasn't like it wasn't hit very hard either.
After a mound visit from Will Smith, Ohtani trying to recalibrate. Xavier Edwards, best batting average in the majors, at the plate now. Curve is low, ball 1. Edwards flew out to left in the first, then singled in the 4th. This will be the 20th pitch of the 5th. And it's ball 3.
We were talking start the game, the fastball command from Ohtani, how great it's been this season. And honestly, in that first inning, it was. Anywhere he wanted to put it, he did. You could see the frustration after that last one.
Three 3-0 against Edwards. And he takes a fastball down the pipe. Here comes the 3-1. Ball 4 inside, and the bases are now loaded.
Third walk of the game for Ohtani. Fourth free pass.
He had 3 total over his last 3 starts combined. Agustin Ramirez is going to be the batter. This is his 9th so far. Specifically the 2nd inning. Got hit by a pitch, stole 2nd, got 3rd on Shohei's error, and then came home to score, and then had to wear the throw in from Andy Pages. First pitch swing. Got a piece of it, but 100 from Ohtani gets strike 1.
He was sitting fastball, looking fastball. It's like Ohtani knew. He dialed it up 100 miles an hour. All this inning, he's been sitting 96, 97.
80th pitch of the night for Shohei. Dives low.
The thing with sitting fastball, though, that I never understand, Ramirez, his swing got bigger. If you're sitting fastballs that are anything above 95, all you got to do is get to contact. Instead, Ramirez gets an even bigger swing. That's why he missed it.
On a 1-1, Ramirez watches a front door sweeper. Strike 2. Marlins with 1 across in this inning. They lead the Dodgers 2-0. Bases loaded, 2 gone. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And it misses away. So he'll try again. Ramirez stays alive. 3 consecutive 2-out base runners for Miami against Shohei in this inning.
All fastballs and sweepers going away to Ramirez.
Another 2-2. Yes, he did. Ohtani leaves them loaded in the 5th, but Miami gets another run to double their lead. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes since 1954. Dodgers down a pair across the midway point of Game 2 of this series. Dodgers trying to clinch the series and win a 4th straight game. Marlins trying to snap a 3-game skid. Kim, Freeland, and Rushing due up this inning. Strike 1 from Jansen Junk. Now, entering this game, Jess, Jansen Junk and his fastball specifically was getting clipped. Opponents were 10 for 31, which is a .323 batting average. The Dodgers have not been able to do anything with it tonight. They are 0 for 7 in 3 Ks. So an ABS challenge for Miami, powered by T-Mobile. And they lose down to 1.
Confirmed. Miami has 1 challenge remaining.
Yeah, I think you come into it facing Jansen Junk, and you're looking for the junk. You're looking for the sweeper. You're looking for the slider. Those are the pitches he leans on a whole lot. Changeup if you're a lefty. He's definitely throwing the fastball a little bit more. Not been as predictable as I think they would expect. And we talked about this last night. Chris Paddock, similarly, right? Like, his numbers not great coming in. Teams face this offense. They face this team in the Dodgers. They look at the jersey.
Kim on a line to 2nd.
And it's like they're playing in their own World Series. I mean, we've seen it with the fist pumps, the way that teams react. It's April. But when you face the Dodgers, this possibility of a win and beating this lineup is something they put higher than anything else they'll do all year. Kim, another line out, by the way. We've seen now 2 consecutive at-bats. Great at-bats. Lines out to second base.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 on Freeland. Dodgers a bloop and a blast away from tying this game. 2-0 Miami in the 5th. That's call the ball, and Ramirez
ball call.
issues his second ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile this inning.
They're going to get this one.
And this one is successful.
Miami has one challenge remaining.
And he better be sure, too. Use them already, both of them in the 5th.
And the 0-2. Junk buries a slider in the dirt. Jansen Junk had to sign a minor league deal with the Marlins last February 2025. 1-2 is chopped high in the air, first base side, and Junk applies the tag. The right-hander entered this spring in a battle for a spot in the opening day roster, and he won the 5th starting job.
Well, it's been interesting, too, because his last start versus St. Louis, 5 shutout innings, just the hit, and a 4-1 win. He got his first win of the season, but the 2 prior to that, giving up 9 runs. Clearly fixed something after that start before St. Louis, and he's continuing it on here against LA.
Strike 1 to Dalton Rushing. He only threw 56 pitches in that start on Wednesday. He's at 60 here tonight. No activity in the Marlin bullpen.
But it's where he's at right now, 3rd time through the order against St. Louis. And it was a surprise a lot of people, actually. After 56 pitches, he was dealing, doing everything you wanted him to do. And then as soon as it got to the top of the order, 3rd time through, he was out. And here we are in that situation. Let him stay.
Same thing happened to Chris Paddock last night. 2 batters into his 3rd time through. Hey, we got a pitch violation, and Dalton Rushing's called out. And the home plate umpire, Clint Vondrak, is telling Dalton Rushing, I didn't hear you call timeout. Dave Roberts going to come out and talk with Vondrak, but that's the end of the inning. The Dodgers down in order, still trailing 2-zip. Dalton Rushing fuming in the Dodger dugout after being called out on a pitch clock violation. Starting the 6th inning here in LA. Marlins 2, the Dodgers nothing.
I'd be fuming too. I mean, he called timeout. Seemed like it had been confirmed.
Norby in the air, right field corner. Tucker is at the wall, and it gets out of play for a strike. So this is Rushing walking by Clint Vondrak. Okay, there's an acknowledgement from Vondrak. Rushing thinks he's good. This is the other angle. Timeout.
Eye contact. You saw his hands go up.
Timeout,
twice.
please.
And the nod. You saw the confirmation. And that's where, yeah, I looked you in the eye and you said yes. I think what's hard is then it's a strikeout looking, and you didn't even get the opportunity when you did call timeout. I hear you, Dalton, and as hot as his bat's been too. Look, you think 2 outs, all right, the inning's over, but this is a team that likes to score runs with 2 outs. You get the top of the order up. It's not a wasted moment. It's an important one.
Still 0-2 on Norby, and that frustration is totally understandable. That is a whiff from Clint Vondrak, and it seemed at the end of their talk at the plate, Rushing was telling me, you got to look at the video, and he's like, I will, but it doesn't do Rushing or the Dodgers any good after the fact. Painful foul ball off of Will Smith. Yeah, you saw and heard Ohtani's reaction to it. And I don't think we need to show the replay of it. Now Vondrak's having a feel. Right? He's standing in front of the plate, just giving Will Smith an extra couple beats. Is Freddie Freeman laughing?
Yeah.
I think Freddie's laughing.
Yeah. Oh, he yelled something to him, too. Got Will to smile. Only Freddie, after getting hit there, can get him to laugh.
90th pitch of the game for Ohtani. Strike 3 swinging. Puts Norby down with the splitter. That's strikeout number 7.
Number 17, Owen Casey.
See a lot of the splitter. The fastball early, the splitter now. It's a third K on that pitch.
So 7 Ks mean you get a free burger tomorrow at Jack in the Box. Buy a large beverage, get a free Jumbo Jack. Foul ball down the right side. Strike 1 on Owen Casey. Brought in the first Marlin run of the game, a sacrifice fly in the second. And he grounded out in the 4th. Tanner Scott warming up already. Yes, he did. 1 and 2. Ohtani has pitched exactly 6 innings in every start of the season so far. Needs to get 2 more outs, and he's at 93 pitches.
He's been 85 to 95 pitches in all of his starts. But he hasn't had a start like this yet.
28 number of pitches thrown in the 5th really jumps out. The back-to-back nights, Yamamoto last night, he certainly wasn't himself, wasn't crisp, and Ohtani certainly started that way. Back-to-back Ks to open the game. Like, oh boy, this could be one of those kind of nights. But just kind of slipped away from him.
Especially because the splitter looks so good. I mean, we kind of focus on all the pitches that have been working and no one's touching, and then he finds the one pitch. He's like, hitters are hitting 300 over this pitch. I'm going to throw it more, really work on it.
Payoff. Slash through by Owen Casey.
I do think there's a lot of hitters, though, in this Marlins lineup that aren't your typical hitters. You know, this isn't a Marlins team that's trying to slug. This is a team that literally just tries to put the ball in play, more contact-oriented. And you look at it with this swing. I mean, this is what you want to do on a fastball. It's 96, 97. It's a 3/4 swing. You meet it, it's going to find its way through. 96 coming in, 98 going out.
1 on, 1 out in the 6th. Ohtani looking for a ground ball, gets a swing and a miss from Christopher Morel, who walked his last time up. That was leading off the 5th. He scored the 2nd run of the game. 0-2. That's 3 pitches, another strikeout for Ohtani. 2 gone in the 6th.
It's like he smells the end. He knows, hey, I can dial it up and I can also just give you the sweeper. I mean, perfect location. We talked about the one that was challenged before, just getting a seam off the end of the plate. That's what he does there with the sweeper.
Pitch 100. Way up and away, ball 1 on Paulie, the number 9 hitter.
There's something different with his mechanics. You can tell how he's been maneuvering his body after a lot of these different pitches.
Ball and a strike.
And that's what's incredible about him. Most pitchers, when they don't have their best stuff, their command, like you see with Ohtani working through, they give up a whole lot more than 2 runs.
Yeah, earlier I used the term slip away from him. It's not like the game is out of reach or he's totally off the rails. It just wasn't as sharp. Issued more walks, or as many walks tonight as he did his previous 3 turns.
Yeah, the 3 walks, the leadoff free passes.
Hit a batter. That's what we're seeing. 2-2.
But I think that's where I get impressed with pitchers. Is he's at 103 pitches right now. He's grinding. I mean, we've seen him miss. It's big misses, right? Non-competitive pitches, and yet he will find a way to dial in and get the outs.
What does he dial up for this 2-2? Pitch 104 of the game. Time called by Paulie. Here comes the 2-2. He got him. Fastball at the knees. His 9th strikeout to cap a 6th inning.
You notice the Dodgers are wearing their new gold jerseys and caps commemorating their World Series win last fall. Head to MLBshop.com to score the same ones. Plus, check out the largest selection of authentic gear from all MLB clubs. Go to MLBshop.com.
Strike one to Freddie Freeman, first batter of the bottom of the 6th, 2-0 Miami. Shohei Ohtani done. 104 pitches, the most he's thrown as a Dodger in a start. 6 innings, 2 runs, just 1 earned. He walked 3, hit a batter, but punched out 9. Now that it's up to the Dodger offense to help him get off the hook. But run support for Ohtani, just as it has been for Yamamoto, it's been an issue in his starts.
It's definitely been a theme, and talked about it. I mean, as much as he struggled through those 104 pitches, only 2 runs. And you're facing a pitcher that you would think, Jansen Junk, you know, you talked about it last night with Paddock, not swing and miss stuff. And we're not seeing a whole lot of swing and miss in this game. 30 swings, only 4 misses. Dodgers are putting the ball in play.
But 5 starts for Shohei, sorry Jez, but 8 total runs while he's in the game, including none in back-to-back starts. Still within 2, a lot of ball game left. The 1-2 to Freeman. Pokes it over the net, foul. Either going to break through against Junk or stay close enough to get to the Marlins bullpen, which has been scuffling of late.
Well, and I think what's been more remarkable is this is now 3rd time through the order. You get a 3rd look at anybody. I don't care who it is. Major league hitters, let alone this offense, it's hard to beat them 3 times.
Ground ball to first. That is the 3rd ground ball out to first base from Freddie Freeman tonight. Here's a word from Echo.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
8 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings from Marlins starters in this series. They scored 2 yesterday in the first inning against Chris Paddock, but nothing since then against the starting pitcher. Will Smith is 2 for 2. Strike 1. He's 2 for 2. Every other Dodger 0 for 18. Smith with a fly ball to center field. Marcy has lots of room. 2 out.
You kind of felt that from Will Smith. Both of his hits in this game, you know, off the end of the bat, finding a way just to get it through the infield. Saw the big smile on his face, though, when he got to first base. And it's like, that's when it starts coming. Just misses a fastball up in the zone. But he's starting to come around.
Kyle Tucker pounces on the first pitch. Have you seen that before, Jess Mendoza?
I'm surprised they give him anything it's near the zone, as aggressive a hitter as he is. And how about 6 hits in his last 6 games? Waited till late last night to get it done in a walk-off, and this beautiful job with the slider. I love his aggressiveness. I do. It's something that you can't change, but I am surprised they ever give him a strike.
Well, the saying is a bloop and a blast. The Dodgers will settle for a rocket and a blast. Tying run at the plate with Max Muncy.
He was a good dude to blast, I'll tell you that. That's kind of all he's done last 8 games, 10 games.
He's been one of the best players on the planet really the last calendar year.
Yeah, because he had that slow start last year. Took him a bit to get going. It's been the opposite this year. And even in this game, he had that line out. Marcy made an incredible catch out in center field to take away a hit.
Muncy ahead. Here's the 2-0. Curve lands in there to get Junk on the board. Here comes the 2-1. Muncy with a huge swing and a miss. Junk fooled him with the change, 2-2. Muncy with 9 home runs this year. 8 of them have been solo. We'll just pretend Tucker isn't on first base. Well, the throw over is going to make it obvious, Jason.
Not fooling anyone anymore.
Yeah. Dang it. On a 2-2, Muncy tomahawks one to the right side. Edwards is there. Other Dodgers stranded on the bases at the end of 6 full. It's still the Marlins 2 and the Dodgers nothing. Shohei Ohtani out of the game. 6 innings, 104 pitches, the most he's thrown in a start as a Dodger. He struck out 9. Right now, he's on the hook for a loss. Just 2 earned runs in 30 innings this year. His ERA at 0.6 now. Call to the bullpen brought to you by Jacoby and Myers. Tanner Scott pitching in back-to-back nights. Strike 1 fouled off the mask of Will Smith.
3 Ks last night. Coming in same inning. Had a walk. 2 Ks on the slider. 1 elevating the fastball. I think it's really the heart of the order. Seeing the numbers, just a completely different pitcher this year compared to last season. A big piece with Edwin Diaz being out. A variety of pitchers to be able to be trusted arms back in the games. That slider. We've seen some massive misses with that pitch too. The deception that his slider has, the movement horizontally that he'll get with it.
On an 0-2, Marcy goes fishing. Strike 3, his throw down makes it official.
And just the comparison, Marcy, right? We've seen him just be so disciplined on anything even just an inch off the zone, and now he's swinging at pitches. Look at this. I mean, this is nowhere near, but that's the slider, the action that Scott gets, the swing and misses that he's gotten this year. Really the Scott that we know.
Pours it in to start Stowers. Came up huge, Stowers did, his last trip up there. RBI single. Change the scoreboard to how it reads right now, 2-0 Miami. Strike 2. Bouncing ball right side. Freeman to Scott. 2 out. You see one lefty working on the mound. I'm wondering about another. Kirsten Watson, what can you tell us about Blake Snell?
Yes, Stephen, he had his second rehab assignment this evening with the Ontario Tower Buzzers. Got through 3 innings of work, only gave up 1 hit, had 6 strikeouts. So stuff came out pretty well. When he was talking to the reporters, it seemed like maybe the curveball wasn't as strong as he would want it to be. But he did share that his next rehab start's actually going to be with the AAA OKC team on Sunday, guys.
All right, Kirsten, thanks so much. Talk about a huge addition.
It's insane. Just to add what the starting rotation's already done this early in the season with 6 pitchers. I mean, shoot, Justin Robleski of the rotation is the one leading the National League
That's right.
in ERA.
Tell him, Jess.
Get Blake Snell back. And, you know, then you kind of have some fun talking about the bullpen and the arms that can go there and help out.
Oh, and oh, by the way, waiting on Mookie Betts.
God, that slider. I can watch it on a reel. I mean, just the depth that he gets on this pitch. And this is what we knew from Tanner Scott before the Dodgers acquired him last year. Is just he makes hitters look stupid. I mean, period. Ugly swing, swords, however you want to describe it.
Ball and 2 strikes on Otto Lopez. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 7th.
Otto Lopez already 2 hits in this game off of Shohei at the double back in the first.
Lines it into left field, a 2-strike single. A 3-hit night for Otto Lopez.
And this is the part of the Marlins order that, I mean, he just adjusts on a pitch. We talked about how dirty, how silly he looked on the slider. Look at him go down. Look at that back knee. It almost touched the ground. It's the only way to even touch a Tanner Scott slider. Lopez, his 3rd hit of the night, and he does it with just a 50% swing, a golf swing.
So Scott will have to work some more against Xavier Edwards. Starts him off with a fastball in the inner half. Edwards has reached twice, a single in the 4th, and he walked in the 5th. He's reached multiple times in back-to-back games to start this series. One and 2. Flipped into right field. Sinking fast. Here's Tucker. He makes a sliding grab. That helps get Scott through the 7th and send us to the stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by Sit and Sleep. 2-0 Miami. Back-to-back world champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA. And it's brought to you by Jack in the Box. Jack's new Smash Jack Sliders Munchie Meal with a chance to win the $75,000 prize to celebrate Jack's 75th anniversary.
37, Anthony Bender.
Marlins go to their bullpen for the bottom of the 7th, leading the Dodgers 2-0. Anthony Bender to face Teoscar Hernandez. Ball 1 inside. It's the 4th time this season, Jess, that the Dodgers have been held scoreless through 6 innings. The previous 3 games, they lost all of them.
Go back to even just yesterday's game. They've only scored 2 innings of the last 15. They were some fun innings, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I definitely dug the 9th yesterday. It was fun to see him get on the board early in the 1st. But that game was quiet, innings 2 through 8. And it's been quiet here, first 6.
Bender's 1-2. Hernandez pops it up. On the infield, whose ball? Morel at first. Ooh, out number 1. Talking about getting on the board early yesterday. They were on base early today. They had the bases loaded, 1 out, didn't score. So 3 of the first 4 reached, but since then, just 2 of the last 20 Dodgers have reached safely.
I don't know what it is tonight, but fly balls have not been easy to catch. We have seen a few hit really high, seemingly easy outs. Teo had one in left that just hung forever, but he wasn't there, and then all of a sudden he was.
Two strikes on Andy Pages. Terrific outing from Jansen Junk. First time since July of last year that Junk pitches 6 scoreless innings. Now leaving it up to the bullpen. Pages flips it to right. Easy play for Casey. 2 gone.
And the Dodgers, they're so comfortable coming back, you know, and sometimes I wonder, okay, I know guys, like we got this, right? 11 of the 20 wins have been comeback wins is kind of what they do, but I don't know. I think for all of our health benefit, it'd be great just to go ahead and get that going right now. Let's not wait till the 9th.
Ha-Seong Kim rolls the first pitch to second. Another 1-2-3 inning for this Dodger offense, which has been dormant tonight.
One of the first 40,000 fans on Saturday, May 9th for the Blake Snell Starter Series Bobblehead Night, presented by Daiso. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Back inside Dodger Stadium, 2-0 Marlins beginning the 8th inning. Blake Treinen will take the ball, facing 5, 6, and 7 for the Marlins. Treinen looking to get back on track.
Started the season out very strong. He had 8 straight scoreless before getting hit hard his last 2 times out, and it's been a difference. 4 earned runs and 7 hits. 36 ERA in those last 2 appearances. The command been more of an issue that stands out in those last 2.
Ball behind Ramirez, 2-0. Shatters a bat. The bat goes right by the ball. Muncy picks it up and throws. Good focus from Max Muncy when you got
bat shards.
Yeah.
Coming at your ankles. Max Muncy, first of all, he's got to come up onto this thing, and the bat is bouncing almost towards the ball and his feet. No big thing for Max. Gotta feel so good as a pitcher, though, just to blow up a bat, throw a fastball in on the hands and just shatter it.
Strike fouled back by Connor Norby, who's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Dodgers want to stay within 2. So they're down to their last 6 outs of offense. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Count suddenly squared. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the strikeout rate has gone down in each of the last 2 years for Trinan, just not having as much success putting guys away. Now the count's full as Norby just will not offer as that sweeper outside.
Well, and that's the thing is it was the chase, right? A lot of his strikeouts came on that pitch, that sweeper in really that location, but it was getting swung at instead of taken.
And then a base hit the other way. So from 0-2 to Norby finding his way aboard with a single.
Just forcing him to come over the plate and doesn't bite on the sweeper, comes back with the sinker. That's middle. Tell you what, there's been pitches though that if this wasn't a Marlins offense, they would drive that ball out of the park, off the wall, and instead this team will just kind of take their hits.
Well, when Casey got a hit his last time up, 1 for 2, also as a sacrifice fly. 1 on, 1 out. Strike 1 from Trinan.
Casey, of all the hitters in this lineup, is one that will chase. I mean, you give him a good sweeper, and that is a pitch that he will go after.
One and 2. Trying in again. Backdoor sweeper stays outside. Whiff or ground ball? Or foul ball? It would be C.
Going whiff.
Another 2-2 will wait as Trinan throws over for a second time. 2 disengagements in this plate appearance. Runner goes, the 2-2. Inside, ball 3. Smith's throw, the tag is late. Stolen base for Norby, so an insurance run in scoring position now for the Marlins.
Getting an extra jump after the 2 disengagements and just barely gets the oven mitt in there.
First stolen base of the year for number 1. The payoff.
Oh.
Fouled back off of Clint Vondrak. Aye. Crew chief Trip Gibson coming down from third base. Greg Barajas, part of the Dodgers athletic training staff, examining Vondrak as well. Oh. And the ball goes straight down. And we always say if it glances away, that's the ideal scenario. If it goes straight down, that means the mask and the
watch his jaw.
Yeah.
Slow motion, and that's what he's moving around.
Says I'm all right, but you appreciate the rest of his crew and Barajas just making sure. All right, that's a great sign.
Yeah, that was one thing I was thinking with that delay, is just trying and standing out there.
Big spot here in the top of the 8th. The Dodgers trying to stay within 2. The last 2 innings. First, the runner on second, now going for third. Swinging a miss, strike 3, but Norby gets to third base. Insurance 90 feet away from Miami.
Well, the whiff happened, just noted, right? So the sweeper does get the chase from Casey. The third stolen base from the Marlins, and this is no way that Will Smith is going to be able to come up and make a throw. So you see Casey chasing the sweeper.
Strike 1 on Morel. '20th pitch of the inning for Trinan. This is inside, a ball and a strike. Morel walked and scored in the 5th. Outside of that, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. A roller to short. That ends the top of the 8th. Still 2-0 Marlins. The Dodger bats need to wake up, and they're running out of time. Coming up after this game ends, Access Sportsnet Dodgers presented by Mercury Insurance. Out in Center Field Plaza, John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr., Nomar Garcia-Parra. Of your highlights, post-game interviews, and breakdowns. They're waiting with anticipation to see if the Dodgers can complete a comeback again. Michael Peterson pitching again, just as he did last night, an inning and a third for the ex-Dodger. 26 pitches, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Outside of that, nothing.
Scoreless with the fastball, slider, changeup. Went to the changeup a bunch to these lefties. We'll get it to about 97, 98 with the fastball. And he was one of those examples of showing a lot of emotion after getting some big hitters in this lineup out. Talked about the offense struggling for the Dodgers, but I feel like when they're facing every single pitcher, it's their own personal World Series coming after this lineup, getting their best stuff.
Freeland ahead 2-0. Fouls away a fastball for strike one.
That's probably the biggest thing I've noticed, Steven, is that they're getting the pitches and the counts that they want, right? But they're fouling them off or they're mishitting them. And normally when we see this offense rolling, you make a mistake, they will make you pay.
On a 2-1, Freeland shoots one the other way. An opposite field base hit to bring the tying run at the plate in the 8th.
I like the adjustment there, too. We saw same exact pitch, by the way. Fouls it off, getting underneath it. Makes the adjustment with the top hand. Just poke this thing to the left side. Much of what the Marlins have done. Meet it where it's at. Now you got a leadoff batter on here in the 8th.
Now back to the top of the order. Dalton Rushing. 0 for 3 so far. First pitch, broken bat, roller to the right side. 4, 6. And no turn. They only get one.
This was hit so slow off the end of the bat, but Rushing getting down the line.
Number 5, Freddie Freeman.
One on, one out, 2-0 Marlins in the 8th. Strike one to Freddie Freeman. He's gone 17 games without a home run. Rips it into right field. Rushing as the ball is bobbled in right by Esiudi Ruiz. Rushing will go from first to third.
I think Rushing helped put that pressure on him. He got a great jump. He was going to third base all the way. That bobble ends up happening because Head and Eyes taken off. And how about Freddie Freeman getting a breaking ball finally in the zone? We had seen him ground out 3 consecutive times on breaking balls at his ankle, chasing that pitch, and Rushing using his speed, going first to third.
Dodgers on the corners, tying runs aboard, only one out in the 8th. You got Will Smith at the plate. The Dodgers had 2 hits their first 7 innings, or 3 hits their first 7 innings. They have 2 already in the 8th. First pitch strike for Peterson. Peterson's 0-1. Smith goes the other way, and the Dodgers are on the board. In the right center field gap. Freeman to third. Smith will settle for a single. It's now 2-1.
How about Will Smith? Just within this game, he had 2 singles that started off, just missed one his last at bat, and you see every swing just get better. Takes a fastball down in the zone, and this is beautiful Will Smith. Keep the hands inside of the barrel through. Finally, Dodgers break through, and they are on the board.
Kyle Tucker will come to the plate with runners on first and third, still only 1 out. The Marlins go back to the bullpen, and we'll be back after this. Does Kyle Tucker have some more late inning fireworks in him this series? Last night, he won the series opener with an walk-off base hit in the bottom of the 9th. Here tonight at the plate in the bottom of the 8th, the Dodgers trailing 2-1. First and third, 1 out. The left-hander John King takes the hill. The first pitch from King. Tucker is jammed. It's a pop-up beyond the infield. It's caught by Lopez, and the runners have to hold.
13, Max Muncy.
So to be up to Max Muncy in the 8th. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Tying run 90 feet away. Freddie Freeman there. Will Smith the go-ahead run on first. The pitch from King. Muncy rips it back. Strike one.
That's a hanging slider too. That was a miss. Muncy all over it. Saw it out of the hand.
Kings 0-1 on the ground to first, and that ends the inning. First and third, one out. The Dodgers get one, but only one. World Champion Dodgers baseball on SportsNet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times. Marlins and Dodgers to the 9th inning. 2-1 Miami. The Dodgers get a run in the 8th, but I had the feeling just that they could have had some more than just that one. Now Jack Dreyer going to try and keep the deficit at 1, coming on for the 13th time this season.
Yeah, just to give the Dodgers a chance of what they did last night, you know, within the 1 run. I think the biggest difference is just the fact that the Marlins executed less than 2 outs when they had the runner at third base. We've seen twice tonight. When you get less than 2 outs, infield's pulled in. There's so many ways to get that run in. Kyle Tucker first pitch swinging, which we know that's what he does. It's his MO. We love it when he gets the hits, but just being able to find a way to get those runs in. Less than 2 outs.
And you combine the 8th inning with what happened or didn't happen rather in the bottom of the first. Some missed chances there, but the Dodgers can't dwell on the past. Got to focus on the present and what could come in the future. 3 balls and a strike on Graham Pauley. Dreyer out of the pen to handle this lane with the lefties. Popped up. Will Smith will give it a look toward his own on deck circle. It's out of play though. Dryer's 3-2. Fouled away. Another game for the Dodgers offense without an extra base hit through 8 innings.
No home runs. I mean, that's even in the wins. I mean, that is a rare thing. The Dodgers, hand in hand, now at home or a team, they win.
Popped up and playable this time. Right side Freeman coming down the line. 1 out. There's a quick word from Kia.
Number 87, Jacob Marcy.
Fifth trip to the plate for Marcy. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, also has a sacrifice bunt. Dreyer starts him off with a slider and a strike.
Marcy 3 Ks on the night. 2 coming on the splitter, 1 coming on the slider. Of course, that was Shohei, the first 2 Ks. Last one to Tanner Scott. after a night where, I mean, he was on base, it felt like every time last night.
Swings through, strike 2.
Elevate the fastball. Make him chase up in the zone.
On a 2-2, Marcy gets a piece of a slider.
Slider not where Dreyer wants it. He wants to bury that in the other batter's box, get him to swing and miss on it. Said it was elevated at the top of the zone.
Got him swinging. 4th K of the night for Marcy. 2 outs for Dreyer in the ninth.
And then he goes back to the fastball. So we saw the slider elevated, but this has been the pitch. 93, but it plays up to 98 when it's at the chest like that. Marcy, another strikeout.
Curve in the dirt, ball 1 for Stowers. In the bottom of the ninth, it'll be 6, 7, and 8 for the Dodgers. It's currently slated as Teoscar Hernandez, Andy Pages, and Ha-Seong Kim. One and one. Question will be who gets the chance to save the game for Miami. Pete Fairbanks was placed on the injured list earlier this Tuesday. Nerve irritation and to leave last night's appearance early. And it's Tyler Phillips.
So came in for Fairbanks.
High chopper right side. Freeman to Dreyer, not in time. That was just a really tough play, tough placement on a chopper like that.
It's a hesitation, though, from Jack Dreyer. You'll see him go after this ball and then decide to not get to it. It basically almost hits him. Really, the only play was for him to continue through this and just try to outrun. Because once it bounces, there's no way Freddie and that he's going to be able to get there in time.
Otto Lopez has 3 of Miami's 8 hits. Fly ball right side. Tucker runs out of room. 0-2. The 0-2. Slider down in the dirt.
Otto Lopez, the 4 hits he's had in this series, and 2 of them doubles. And that last hit, probably the most impressive, was a great slider down below the zone. Dropped his back knee to go reach that pitch.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, a runner on first in the ninth. 2-1 Marlins. 21st pitch of the 9th inning from Jack Dreyer. Slider just missed. Survival swing from Lopez.
This is what they do. You get to this part of the order, and it's just three-quarter swings. I mean, they're not trying to slug it all. They just want to put the ball in play, kind of find the spot on the field they can place the baseball.
Another 2-2. Got him swinging. What a curve from Dreyer. The Dodger bullpen was 7 scoreless so far this series with 11 strikeouts. To the bottom of the 9th we go. Last night the Dodgers entered the bottom of the 9th down a pair. Ohtani with an RBI double to bring them within 1. And you know what happened after that. Kyle Tucker with a walk-off 2-run single to hand the series opener to LA. Can they do it again against Tyler Phillips? And this is exactly how Tyler Phillips always comes out of the bullpen. He's built different.
He's built different. Smack yourself in the face. He looks like a beast getting out of the mound. ERA has been good. The command is not, and it is Tyler Phillips that Kyle Tucker got to face and walked off. Can they do it 2 nights in a row?
Teoscar Hernandez to lead off. The first pitch from Phillips is a strike. This is a right-hander who was DFA'd before last season, finished the year incredibly strong. His 0-1 pitch misses and the count levels out. Last 25 appearances last year, just 5 earned runs and 4 saves, 6 holds. He was a weapon. The 1-1 hooks outside. So far this year, Phillips has been pretty dominant. The 2-1 from Phillips. Hernandez chops it foul off the plate and the count goes square. After Monday night, the Dodgers have 11 comeback wins, second most in baseball. They led the National League in comeback victories a year ago. The 2-2 from Phillips. Bounce foul of third. The Dodgers have several hitters who come to life when the game is on the line in the late innings. Teoscar Hernandez is one of those guys. Here comes Phillips. Hernandez high in the air. This right of center field. Marcy in front of the warning track. 1 out. There have been some encouraging passes tonight from Teoscar Hernandez, but he's now 0 for 4.
2 to the warning track, just getting underneath. Pages as well. His last at bat just missed 1 out to right, but we've said that quite a few times tonight. Not seen a home run from the Dodgers.
We haven't seen an extra base hit tonight. Phillips to Pages. Strike 2.
Batters challenging, strike call.
ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. Andy Pages using one here in the bottom of the 9th. Can understand. Can't take him home with you.
Los Angeles has 1 challenge remaining.
Pages takes a moment to gather himself. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls off a sweeper. Another 0-2 pitch. Pages rolls it to short. Lopez lost his balance a little bit, and another bad throw from Otto Lopez. The Dodgers have life in the ninth. The tying run is on.
That's how this game started off. An E6, Dalton Rushing lead off the game. The throw was errant, and this is a tough backhand, but a play that Otto Lopez and most shortstops can definitely make. Said the throw not enough up the line. And how about Andy Pages making some moves to make sure that he gets out of the way.
Tying run on first, winning run at the plate. One out, Ha-Seong Kim. What do you got? Ball one from Phillips. The last time the Dodgers had walk-offs on back-to-back nights, August 21st and 22nd, 2019. That was a special season for walk-offs. The 1-0. Wave and a miss. Fooled him with that split. One on, one out, 1 ball and 1 strike. Strike 2 bounced off the plate, foul. Pretty much all year, the Dodger lineup has been leaning on the bottom of the order.
Yep.
Now they are depending on the bottom of the order for this game.
It's not talked about last night. It was the bottom of the order that got on base to create that walk-off moment.
With 2 strikes, Kim flies the ball to left field. Routine for Stowers, who drifts over and makes the catch. The Dodgers are down to their final out.
Second baseman, number 76, Alex Freeland.
Ball in the dirt, well blocked by Ramirez. Alex Freeland is 1 for 3 tonight. Singled his last time up. Dalton Rushing on deck if Freeland can get aboard. The 1-0. Chopper to the right side, fielded at first. Phillips receives the toss and steps on the bag. That's the ball game. The Dodgers don't have any more 9th inning magic tonight, and this series is even at 1 game apiece. 2-1 the final score.
On a game that Shohei Ohtani just battled through to get through those 6 innings pitched, but the Dodgers waiting too late in this game to try to get things going. 1 run in the 8th, none here in the 9th. Could not get another comeback win.
So the series will be up for grabs tomorrow. Sandy Alcantara against Tyler Glasnow, an early start. For Jess Mendoza, Kirsten Watson, and our amazing crew, Matt Graham producing, and the birthday boy Ben Dillenberger directing, I'm Stephen Nelson. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy Access SportsNet Dodgers next.